So guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a few weeks since I've last uploaded a video. Done a few things in the background, so I've not obviously been too active, but I have still been trading with the community. I just want to break down a live trade that I'm in now on pound yen. Hopefully you can learn something, and obviously see my methodology for entering the trade and how I managed it. So first of all, what I want to do is just show you from the start that I did send it to the community just for the transparency side of things. So I woke up this morning. If you look to the bottom right hand corner here, it's currently 9 in the morning in the UK. I did say this morning at 8 o'clock, 66.55 looks like it's coming in, which was, if we look, this area on the yen basket at the bottom, which I had as an area of strength. Everything was good. I then said that I was looking to enter from the highs on GJ, which we'll go into in a minute. And then obviously you can see stop loss move to break even and TP1. So that's the journey of the trade, just to show you know that it was happening before I called it, etc. So first of all, let's have a look at the yen basket and see the reasoning for this trade. So I'm not someone who trades, ICT. I don't trade liquidity, fair value gaps. So for some people hearing that, you may think, what, there's different ways to trade? Yes, there is. So I've never done that. I've never looked into it. Me personally, I've found a strategy that's worked for me over the years and I've stuck to it. Okay. So the main reasoning for this position here on the 66.55 on the yen index, it was mainly down to this 78 Fibonacci. There were other confluences involved, which obviously you can see we took the 38, the 61 missed. We didn't take the 50, which obviously didn't work anyway. And then obviously the 78 has worked here. Now, the reasoning for the trade was obviously a few confluences lining up at this area. And the yen index is basically the yen against other currencies, and it shows its strength. So if I can predict and assess where I think yen is going to get strong and weak, like you can see with these pretty accurate boxes, then I can use this on my other currencies. So long story short, price come to my 78 Fibonacci where I had a zone of strength. If the yen is going to get strong, then other currencies against the yen should hopefully get weak. So if I am looking, if I just go off here, if I go into GJ, which is where obviously I've taken the position, I am basically now assessing the yen pairs. So once yen gets to my strength area, I'm looking to the currency pairs to see if there's any areas of weakness. I don't just want to sell any currency against the yen. I want to make sure that they are at a decent area. So if I look through these, you can see, if I just get rid of them, Euro yen wasn't really at a weakness area. It was just trading obviously in the middle of a range. New Zealand dollar yen, same again. There was no real structure or highs to work with here. Canadian dollar yen had already broken the high, so I would have taken the highs here, but it had already broken them, so I didn't want to. Aussie dollar yen, you could say, yes, it's come into this big resistance area, so I would say that was a valid area. But the main thing that I wanted to see was like this on pound yen, retesting the highs, a really solid level where if we look historically, it's also been resistance here. So I did enter manually once price reached the zone. The kind of management around the trade was like this. I knew I wanted to use a 50 pip stop loss. Why? Because if we look at the high of the yen, a 50 pip stop loss just nicely covers the high and gives me a little bit of wiggle room, obviously, for any potential drawdown. So that's the reason for a 50 pip stop loss. You can see price came into the level and my first TP was 50 pips, which was, that's about 65, around there. So you can see pretty much straight away, looking at the 50 pip TP, I always TP at 1-to-1. I'll do a video on runners another time, but obviously it's the most profitable way that I personally have found to trade this strategy, and then I leave a runner. So you can see within 15 minutes, this price hit TP, which obviously couldn't have asked for any more. And then now, if we look at the FTMO, I am still in the trade with a runner, which is running about $200 and 40 pips. So if this price continues to fall, then obviously I'm going to make more and more. If it closes me break even, I don't mind because I've made my money. With my strategy, you're looking at about, if we look here, I'm looking at about an 80% win rate. So obviously I need to update this here. So you can see that today we've got pound yen. And this is basically what I've done for the month. It's been a very slow month in terms of the actual trades themselves. However, I am still up a decent amount based off, the all-time highs on gold, etc. So it's not something I'm worried about. So this month so far in the group, we've had 2 wins, we've had a loss, 2 break-evens, and then also gold from the highs, which I will obviously break down in a different video. So that's the reasoning for this trade. Obviously, if it goes into more profit, great. If it doesn't, it's not going to keep me up at night. So I'm hopeful you kind of learned a little bit more about my trading, psychology and the reasoning for my trades, and that maybe it will help your own trading moving into the future. So thanks, guys, for watching, and I will see you in the next